Okay, this meeting is being held in accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act. Annual notice of this meeting was published in the Union County Local Source and the Newark Star Ledger. Said notice is posted in the municipal building, and a copy is on file with the Office of the Borough Clerk. Fire exits are located in the directions I'm indicating. If you're alerted for fire, please move in a calm, orderly manner to the nearest smoke-free exit. Proper notice having been given. Borough Clerk is directed to include the statement in the minutes of the meeting. Please call the roll, Andrew.
Councilman Petrosky.
Here.
Councilman Johnson.
Present.
Councilman Signorello.
Here.
Councilman Robina.
Here.
Councilwoman Lyons is absent. Councilman Patel is absent. Mayor Signorello.
Present.
You have a quorum, Mayor.
Cool. Okay, please lead us in the opening prayer, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance.
Eternal God, grant us thy help in all our duties and perplexities. We ask for thy guidance. Give us thy protection in our dangers and sorrows. Grant us thy peace. Amen.
Amen.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, there are no communications for review this evening. We have a bunch of proclamations, but the guy I was going to give the proclamations to is not here. But I can get started with, we have, Brittany, you're on the D&I committee, right? Still? Okay, cool. You're replacing Chris for this one. Come on up. You're pinch hitting. Let's go.
Make sure you read which one's which.
Yeah, well, so, hold on one second here. Is this one Chris's? Black History Month? Buying home small business. Greg, you want to come up? Mr. Liaison? Yep. Oh my God, look, you dressed for the part, too. February, my birth month, marks Black History Month, and of course we're doing a proclamation for Black History Month. But, I was really struggling to, sadly, want to honor, somebody historic in Roselle Park for Black History Month. And it occurred to me, I feel like we're making some Black history here in Roselle Park. Over my tenure, we've had, probably more Black-owned businesses in this town than I've ever seen, and I grew up here, right? So Chris Monroe's going to be here. Started up our first ice cream shop in a very long time. We got House 157. So this year, I want to declare February, Black Small Business Month. There is a Black Business Month already. It's in August. Oh, cool. Welcome to the show, Chris Monroe. Yeah, thank you. Sweating it out over here. So that's my declaration for this month. We're going to have a couple of Black-owned businesses in the next meeting to come on up. Let's go. Come on. To be recognized and make sure that they're prominent. And I encourage you to, as we advertise them, make sure you patronize them. It's a little cold for ice cream, but whatever. It's okay. You got something warm over there too? You got free samples? Okay, cool. So I don't know, Greg, Chris, Brittany, if you guys want to say anything for Black History Month, probably more qualified than me.
I'll let Chris steam that because I'm going to say something else.
Oh, that's fancy. Okay, hold that first. Well, actually, you know what? Why don't we just do it? Kill two birds with one stone. We'll do it live.
No worries. I just wanted to present Chris this certificate of recognition. Over the past 2 years, when I first met Chris, let me back up for a minute. When I first met Chris, I was the chair at the time. I wasn't even involved as an elected official. And we opened it up to the general public so we could get feedback from the community. Chris was one of those people that came online and provided feedback about anti-bullying and things of that nature. And the rest is history. We've been doing anti-bullying and history under his leadership. He's just been very exceptional with keeping the team together and always even kill when he discussed with people. And so
Did you do Juneteenth before? Was that under
we also did Juneteenth. Yep. Juneteenth, and now he has a Black-owned ice cream shop. So I just want to give him a round of applause, and I want to thank him personally because I couldn't personally pull off a lot of this stuff without Chris or the D&I committee. Dr. Kirkland, and so I would be remiss if I didn't give him a recognition, and since he's not going to be the chair because he's trying to.
Congratulations.
He's a busy man, trying, first time, business owners, it gets difficult, so he needs to focus on that endeavor. And I just want to say thank you, Chris. On behalf of Mayor and Council, we present you this certificate of recognition.
You get the other ones too, man. That's why you had to show up here. Chris, you want to say anything?
Chris, now you got to say something.
I was about to swipe it. Come on.
You guys know I don't like the spotlight. Thank everybody. First off, let me just say, coming into Roselle Park, I did not know what my purpose was going to be. The house, we actually had a house up in South Jersey that we were contracted with. And then for some reason, this house popped up. And I was like, let's go check it out. And then it was close to the family, and we moved here. And I must say, we made the very, very, very good decision. I stayed low-key for a while when I first moved here. Then I joined the PTO, met Constance and Cindy. Then in one email to the mayor, introduced me to these great people back here in the mayor and council. And you guys have been all supportive. Definitely come out to Park Ice Cream. I'm trying to, I'm the type of person that listens to the community too, and I heard everybody talking about it. So definitely want to do that. So we definitely opened that up. And we have more coming, so just stay tuned. Thank you.
Can you get some salad for me? I'm 7 pounds down, but I got 7 more to go. Okay. Are we off center? I feel like we're off center. All right. Take it this way. Get a 6 ounce of this extra while. Cool. All right. Thanks, guys. Thanks. We're doing 3, right?
That was 3.
Okay, cool. That was it. That's why I killed a couple birds with Chris's stone.
Thank you for coming, too.
Okay. It's toasty in here.
I just turned it off. Minutes.
Check. May I have a motion to approve meeting minutes pending any corrections?
So move.
Second. Oh, I'm sorry. Bad habit.
Yeah, it's reflex, yeah. All in favor?
Aye.
May I have a motion to approve meeting minutes? Oh, no, I did that. May I have a motion to, that's a typo on your part. May I have a motion to pass payrolls and bills?
So move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Sorry.
It's all good. May I have a motion to open the public portion on agenda items only?
So move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody? Anybody? It's cool. Makes it run faster. Speed bumps. We got it. Don't worry about it. I'm not going to say anything. I'm seeing no one. May I have a motion to close the public portion on agenda items only?
So move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Greg, chill out, bro.
Used to work with Trustee Tuggs.
What do we do? We're doing closed session before the departments or after? Okay, yeah. All right, let's do Andrew. You want to start off before I forget about you?
Thanks, Mayor. Don't really have a formal report. We have a lot going on at the start of the year. I appreciate everybody's patience. We're trying to get all the priorities in order. I've spoken to almost every member of the governing body about what they envision for 2024. I can say it's going to be a very busy year. Along with that, we've been talking through priorities budgetarily, both with the capital budget and operating budget. We're working as fast as we can. I know one of the priorities we have is to enact capital sooner rather than later this year and try to get our bond ordinance in order a little bit sooner than we typically would. So we're working with that. I believe we have our first Finance Committee meeting of the year next week. Again, I think the word is stay tuned. We'll find out what 2024 has to bring. Happy to answer any questions.
Any questions for the administrator? Excellent. Kenneth?
Thank you, Mayor. Just a reminder, first quarter taxes are due starting today. This quarter, you have until the 13th to pay without interest due to the 10th falling on a Saturday and the 12th is a borough holiday. And as Andrew mentioned, we have our first Finance Committee meeting on the 8th. That's all I have right now, Mayor.
God bless. Okay, Rich?
Good evening, everyone. So I'm going to present to you the year-end report for 2023. I didn't have the time to do the January report of 2024. I just got the information late today. So we had a very good year last year. At the end of the year, we actually had total revenue from all sources of $1,415,819. For the year of 2023, we had 1,997 permits in total. Total Uniform Construction Code revenue, including revenue from dumpsters and those type of permits, was $944,767. Sewer connection fees were a little light last year because we didn't have certificate of occupancies issued on 10 West or 450 West Westfield. So it was only $6,008. COA development fees was $436,053. Total number of Uniform Construction Code violations issued for 2023 is 112. For the month of December, we had 10 court dispositions on the property maintenance side. We had 14 violations and 14 court summonses issued. So fines year-to-date through the court was $28,991. As you can see, if you drive up Westfield Avenue, the projects are moving along quite nicely. The parking deck is scheduled to commence the beginning of March. I still need to complete that permit update. 450 West Westfield, the Fernmore project, Building B is moving along. They're probably looking at occupancy around June. And the Hunter project is moving along. They should be starting their framing fairly soon, within the next 3 to 4 weeks. So if anybody has any questions.
Cool.
Rich, I wanted to call you 12 times this week. The old cleaning facility and store on Dalton. Somebody in the neighborhood called me up and says the building's coming down, or this or that, or what's the progress with that building?
No, so they've been to court. I summons them to go to
Right,
court under summary proceeding. It's known as the Penalty Enforcement Act because they didn't follow my directive, which was a notice of violation through the Uniform Construction Code. So at this point, I have received engineering certification that the walls are not going to fall down. They brought in an engineer. They are going back to court next Thursday. So I will be attending court to finalize their progress. They do still plan on going to the Land Use Board to obtain a use variance to put in a glass company, and they also, at this point, are looking at 2 apartments above.
Okay, thank you.
Sounds good. Thanks, Rich. Mr. Shah.
Thank you, Mayor. Good evening, everybody. The center has resumed and will continue providing free exercise classes throughout the year for residents of different age groups. Seniors age 55 and above can join the classes from Monday to Friday at 11 a.m. and residents ages 18 and above can participate from Monday to Thursday at 7 p.m. Apart from the exercise program, seniors can also take part in various activities such as bingo, nutrition program, shopping trips, casino trips, day trips, and there are a lot of more stuff happening as well. Free transportation is being also provided to Roselle Park seniors for their medical needs and to attend all the activities. On January 23rd, the Union County Health Management team visited our center to deliver a presentation on heart disease and high blood pressure. We are pleased to announce that they will be visiting us once a month throughout 2024. The next presentation will be on heart health, and it is scheduled for February 20th at 12 p.m. Thanks to the Union County Health Management team for their ongoing partnership and the support. Starting next week, the center will be launching a new program where seniors can enjoy bowling at Linden Lane. The program will be held every Wednesday, and free transportation will be provided to the seniors. Pickup will start at 12 p.m. The cost per game is $4. On Tuesday, February 14th, seniors will be visiting Sherman School for a Valentine's breakfast with fifth graders at 9:30 a.m. The event includes special prizes, refreshments, and entertainment. Thanks to the Sherman School PTA for organizing this event. I have started working on scheduling our public events for the year. To offset the costs, I have submitted a financial sponsorship application to the county for various events. I have requested $30,000 for our annual fireworks event, $8,000 for the annual Festival of India, $6,000 for the annual Mischief Night and concert, and $26,700 for our annual Christmas celebration. And that concludes my report, Mayor.
Any questions for Ruben?
Thank you.
Kevin?
Good evening. Thanks for having me. I'll try to be brief. So there's a few things we're looking at for 2024 from a traffic and pedestrian safety standpoint. There is West Colfax between Laurel and Locust, so we're looking to add speed humps. We're just waiting for traffic counts to see if they would qualify for that. We're also looking at intersection improvements at Chestnut Street and Lincoln. Sorry, I'm not going to be able to pronounce this road correctly. If you want to help me, Faytut, sorry. Faytut at Seton Avenue, West Webster, and West Lincoln Avenue. We're just looking at those intersections to see if we can make any improvements as far as traffic, pedestrian safety, and any vehicle conflicts. From a drainage standpoint, there's a few areas, localized areas we're looking at. One being the Beechwood Colfax area. There's the apartments there next to the property is actually owned by the DOT, New Jersey Department of Transportation. We reached out to them to make improvements on that property. We're just waiting for feedback from them whether or not they would be in agreement to making those improvements. Once we hear, I'll give you another update on that. And we're also looking on Beechwood and West Lincoln. There's an area, there's a small triangle area kind of where those intersections all happen. We're looking to do some rain gardens in either that area, or we'll make other recommendations to start employing some rain gardens to help with some of the drainage in the town. And a stormwater separation project that we're looking with Elizabeth. We've gone through a couple alignment iterations. We have some ideas, some differ from the initial reports and findings that we've had. I know we have a closed session to talk about that.
You're going to stick around for that, right?
Yes,
Yeah, okay,
yes.
cool.
I can go into more detail then if you want me to go over.
I would just hold it for then.
Okay,
yeah.
perfect.
But like broad strokes, I think we have a couple concepts that will work.
Yes, yeah. There's several concepts that will work from an engineering standpoint from grading.
It's just a question of which ones
Yeah,
they're
there's
comfortable
pluses
with.
and minuses to each, so yeah,
Yeah.
we can go over that in more detail.
Yep, cool.
That's all I have. Thank you.
Cool. Any questions for Kevin? Cool, thank you. Fifth Ward Engineer, Kevin Boyer. Ken, I did you. Steve Thompson. I'm just going down the list. No rhyme or reason. You like those Faytut safety study, right? I saw you nodding. You like that, Steve?
Absolutely.
Okay, good. It's bad there.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
There's a couple intersections that are a little tough, but that's not this side, that's the other side.
Yeah.
Just thank you, Mayor and Council. Just wanted to go over a couple quick things. Wanted to thank everybody for their support with the loss of our firefighter Greg Urban, who passed away in January. The support from the town, the neighboring fire departments, the police department, it was overwhelming, so we really appreciate that. Just wanted to also thank Union County Hazmat. They responded twice last month into the borough within a week, which is a lot for us. They usually don't respond twice in a year. So their help was greatly appreciated, and their expertise in helping us mitigate the hazards. Just wanted to touch briefly on, I know there's been a lot of discussion about it in the news with lithium-ion batteries. We actually did have one lithium-ion battery fire in Roselle Park last month.
Really? Where?
I don't have the address off the top of my head, but I could
That's
drive
crazy.
there.
What side?
East side, right
Okay.
by Pershing.
At like a single family residence?
There you go. East Clay.
Chief, right there. Huh.
It was,
Andrew says you're showing off.
luckily the resident was home when it occurred, so he was able to quickly get the battery out of the house.
Did they know was it charging that caused it or?
No.
Crazy.
The battery was not on a charger. It was a faulty battery that had been damaged, and he had just left in the back.
And what's the protocol? You guys did training on this, right? But is it you just got to douse it with water, right?
For lithium-ion batteries or EV fires, there's two different things.
Oh, sorry, lithium, I'm thinking for cars.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
no,
Got
this
it.
was not a car. This was like a battery pack for a,
Okay, I got much more concerned as my new EVs like sits out there.
we did
got it.
purchase a EV nozzle last year that we do have for the fire department
Oh,
in case
cool.
an EV fire would occur, but this
right.
was just an actual lithium-ion battery pack that was not being charged. It was
Yeah.
just sitting there and it caught on fire.
Yep,
So,
okay.
the hazmat team luckily has all the equipment that they need, so they responded out and were able to help us out. So I just wanted to thank them.
Okay.
So just obviously with lithium-ion batteries, if you're using them, please don't leave them plugged in and charging. You know, make sure you're following the manufacturer's advice on how to charge them and when not to charge them and overcharge them. And the last thing, unfortunately, we would just like to send our thoughts and prayers to the Plainfield Fire Department on the line of duty death of Marquise Hudson, who passed away not too long ago. The fire department responded that night with coverage for Plainfield, and we're going to be also attending the wake and funeral service to assist Plainfield through this. That's all I had.
Thank you, Chief.
I just want to, and you did a good job with talking about that 300 clay, but it was in one of these Costco, right, overpacks, and the fellow lived there, and Chief's right. If he wasn't home, it could have been.
If he wasn't home, that would have been a full
And
house.
a funny thing for engineering, he goes, you know, when we exchange houses now, it's mandatory to have a extinguisher in the property. He said, I'm glad I have the extinguisher in my house, because if it wasn't for that, I probably wouldn't have it. And he did probably, like say, cooled it off with the extinguisher. But he's lucky, we're all lucky, there could have been a fire. So,
Absolutely.
thank you, Chief.
Cool. Thank you, sir. Chief Reno? It's picking up the slack for Chief Thompson. Well done.
Good evening, everybody. It's always teamwork, right? I submitted a report to Andrew. I think some of you had received it. Some of them will be forwarded in the next week or two.
Yep.
Part of the report is on January 4th, I attended the 2024 Borough Roselle Park reorg meeting. Congratulations to Councilman at Large Joseph Signorella Jr. and Councilman Gregory Johnson on the reelection to council, and I look forward to working with you for a few more years. On January 5th, I attended and participated in the Roselle Park PBA 27 Holiday Gala and Award Ceremony. The event was well attended, and I was honored to hand out numerous awards to members of the police department for meritorious service, saving lives and acts of bravery. Special thank you goes out to Councilman Joseph Petrowski and Councilman Gregory Johnson for attending the gala and supporting the police department. On January 12th, I attended and participated in the funeral service for Roselle Park firefighter Gregory Urban. My condolences also go out to the Urban family and friends. On January 19th, we held our own ceremony, and I attended and participated in a memorial service for the 4-year anniversary of the passing of Roselle Park Police Officer Edward Northrop. You are forever in our hearts and prayers, and I just wanted to give a shout out to their family. The last thing I'll go over is most recently we had a supervisor meeting for the 2024 year, kind of trying to get everybody on the same page as far as traffic enforcement goes. I know it's a big buzz here in the community. You guys are going to see a big difference out there when it comes to people being pulled over and people being hammered with some tickets where they're not supposed to be parking. And I'm listening to the public and I'm listening to my constituents and listening.
You're a pain in the butt, Mayor.
Safety is first and paramount. And we're here to help, right? We're here to make the community safer. We're here to make this whole town safer. So you guys are going to see a little bit of uptick. We've dealt with some tears at the window for people paying their fines. But I tell them that it's a learning curve, and hopefully that we could curtail some of the behaviors that have gone by the wayside for many years.
Don't park in the wrong spot.
And get back on track. So
Yep.
That's where we're at.
Any questions for the
Accountability.
chief?
No, just echoing you. It's accountability.
Yeah.
That's all.
It's a yellow curb.
Yeah.
Can't make it clearer than that. Thank you, Chief.
No worries.
Cool.
Anything?
No, that's it.
Jay, nothing?
Poor Jay's over there on his own taking grenades. He's got no backup.
Do what I gotta do.
Paul, yes, all right. You saw the order.
Good evening. I'm starting off with our staff. We have one superintendent, one clerical, one mechanic, two operators, two Class 2 laborers, and two Class 1 laborers. As most of you already know, February 15th will be Labor of Ryan Urban's last day with the Roselle Park Department of Public Works. Ryan is moving on to fulfill his dream of becoming a full-time fireman. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank Ryan for his dedication to the borough. I'd also like to wish him luck and a long and safe career as a fireman.
Congrats, Ryan.
January 15th and 16th brought us our first winter weather disturbance of the season. It was mostly a salting event with excessive freezing rain. For that event, we put down anywhere between 120 to 140 tons of rock salt. Hard to estimate because the rock salt's been in the bin for almost 2 years, but based on what we replenished, we probably replenished, about 140 tons of rock salt. So we're stockpiled with rock salt and ready for the next storm. Sewers. The month of January, we had a little bit of an uptick with sewer calls. 5 in total, 1 on Charlotte Terrace, which actually required a repair on Sunday, January 7th. 1 on Ashwood Avenue, 1 on Hemlock, 1 on West Webster, and there was an assistance to Cranford on January 27th. Yesterday, the borough worked with a vendor to do some exploratory work of 3 locations, 3 sewer locations, 2 being sanitary, 1 being storm. The storm sewer location was at the intersection of Laurel and West Webster. Through the investigation with a camera, we've noticed that there is a misalignment going from the northeast corner towards the northwest corner of Laurel and Webster. And that misalignment is causing an obstruction, which will at some point require some remediation there or some sort of work. It is currently flowing at a slow rate, but there is some puddling that occurs on the northeast corner, right by the monument. The second job we did yesterday was William Street, starting from Chestnut going eastbound on William Street. Through that investigation, we found about approximately 8 feet from the manhole and on Chestnut Street, there is a collapsed pipe. This sewer main, we've been called to this location several times, actually probably rough estimate 8 times in the last 2 years for sewer backups along William Street. We couldn't even get the camera in there yesterday. An employee of the vendor actually had to go down the manhole and physically take a picture with his phone, and he was able to see it. This repair will require immediate attention and is scheduled for Monday night, February 5th. I will coordinate with the police chief in terms of traffic and the possible closure or modification to the traffic pattern throughout the night. The third location was Charlotte Terrace. That was a follow-up to the sewer call and the repair we had earlier in the month. We did notice that there was a manhole missing. We did locate it through with the camera. It's 186 feet south of the manhole that we started from. It is under a sidewalk or driveway, close sidewalk or driveway. That was it for sewers. Street sweeper. Sweeper's back on its daily route after being sidelined for a little over a week due to the winter storm on January 15th and 16th. With the temperature staying above freezing and favorable, the sweeper will remain on the road. Trees and property maintenance. In the month of January, our vendor performed the following tree work: 1 removal and 11 tree trims and elevations, and one stump removed, topsoiled and seeded. That's a total of 13 jobs in 3. They were here 3 times in the month of January. Mayor, that concludes my report. Any questions?
Yeah, I have one. Thank you. First, I wanted to say thank you for responding. Someone sent me a picture of the trash being filled up off of Galloping Hill. well, later on, I'm going to tell people, residents especially, to try to put the trash inside the bin. That would be more than helpful. We'll start there. But I had a question for you because like Gallup Hill is a hotspot, possibly, and probably numerous other trash receptacles throughout the town. I just wanted to know on Friday, do we just leave it half filled or do we remove them completely anyway?
My expectations are that it's supposed to remove them completely, because the typical schedule is a Monday and Friday cleanup. I don't go and inspect each receptacle after they're done. So my expectations are that they're being cleaned out completely, or the trash bags being removed and replaced completely.
Kaplan Hill, Westfield, is that what it is?
Galloping Hill Road and Westfield Ave, yeah. So, yeah, my only thing is I just would like, you would have better discretion with that and figuring that out, what hotspots. But if they could just check that, because I want to kind of mitigate us getting emails over the weekends and over 3-day holiday weekends and things of that nature. If I don't really want people just to look in the trash and say, oh, it's half gone full, so we could leave it there. I kind of want it removed. Thank you.
Anything else? Oh, yeah.
Paul, if you could just, it just dawned on me now, so I apologize for not telling you offline. For the Monday night work, if you could just talk to Russ, because I don't know when they have stuff coming in and out over at their project at Dowlings.
Okay.
Just because it'll be in close proximity, if you just want to just figure that out so they don't have a conflict.
Got it.
And we don't have a conflict, and it just doesn't work for either of us.
Yep. Okay.
Thanks.
How many receptacles do we have total? Trash receptacles?
It's in the 60s. The last time I counted, it was in the low 60s, between 60 and 65.
Do we have any more, just in case?
All out.
But yeah,
I'd like to order some more of the black ones.
if we have any, it's probably the cardinal red receptacles. But
Okay, I'm just curious.
Cool.
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Last but not least,
Good evening, everyone. I'd like to thank Mayor Signorello and Town Council for giving me the opportunity to provide a brief update. Membership and recreation. We currently have over 480 recreational members. Homework Club and Aftercare. We currently have over 126 students daily. We are transporting and chaperoning over 86 students and over 1,100 student members per week. We remain committed to providing the best possible care and programming. We believe our department offers the community members a wide variety of programming. Our winter programming is as follows: adult pickleball, middle school, high school, and adult fitness, adult basketball, off-season elementary, middle school, and high school volleyball, off-season baseball, and RP PAC, Performing Arts Club. Winter sports and team programming, elementary and middle school basketball. Numbers are very good. We have 12 teams practicing and competing in schools throughout the borough and county. We have 52 games scheduled, not including the playoffs and championships that will be held at the Roselle Park High School main gym on Friday, March 9th. The coaches are excited about the amount of young talent in our basketball program. Elementary, middle school, and girls wrestling. Pee Wee Bantam, Central Jersey grade school, and girls teams have been competing since December in duels and tournaments throughout the state. We're happy to report our teams are representing Roselle Park well, and we've had a number of tournament place winners and champions. The coaches are excited about this group of young wrestlers. Next competitions are league, state qualifiers, and state tournaments. I'd be remiss to not thank the Roselle Park Board of Education, Superintendent Goyce, building principals, secretaries, and custodians for allowing the Recreation Department to utilize their buildings for our winter sports programming. As always, you can contact the Recreation Department at rosellepark.net with any questions or concerns. This completes our February Recreation Department update. I'd be happy to answer any questions.
John, real quick, I have something. Do you mind giving a quick, for the viewing public, quick reminder about parking in front of the youth center and about the shuttle?
Yes, so we shuttle from Sherman and Aldine. So our shuttle is from approximately 3 to, say, 4:50, 5 o'clock. So we would like you cannot park in front of the building in the, yellow zone. that will allow us to shuttle and, allow the students inside the building.
Thank you.
Welcome.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Thank you. Have a good night, everyone.
Good night. Okay, may I have a motion to, did I miss anybody? May I have a motion to accept the reports of departments as submitted?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, we have closed session this evening, so just everybody, I'm gonna have to kick everybody besides the professionals out. We'll continue the regular meeting. Well, I'm gonna make a motion in a second, but just as a heads up. Normally, we do this at the end, but just for time considerations, we'll get it done in the front. May I have a motion to move out of order for executive session?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Andrew, please read the closed session resolution into the record.
Whereas the Mayor and Council of the Borough of Roselle Park wish to discuss matters which are described by the New Jersey Open Public Meetings Act, NJSA 10:4-12, and the general nature of the subjects to be discussed in closed session are the City of Elizabeth versus the Borough of Roselle Park, ongoing litigation, and whereas the time when and the circumstances under which the items discussed in closed session will be disclosed to the public at a future time, now therefore be resolved that the Mayor and Council of the Borough of Roselle Park, County of Union, State of New Jersey, do now adjourn the open portion of the meeting and open a closed portion of the meeting to discuss the aforementioned item.
May I have a motion to, no, we're just waiting for, oh yeah, really? Okay.
To adopt the-
May I have a motion to adopt the closed session resolution?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Governing body is now in closed session. Just an offshoot. Okay. May I have a motion to return to open session?
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Governing body is now in closed session. Mr. Clerk, please open session. Mr. Clerk, please report on the closed session proceedings.
Yes, Mayor, the governing body discussed the matter of ongoing litigation involving the City of Elizabeth versus the Borough of Roselle Park. There's no resolution to that matter at this time.
Okay, Andrew, please read ordinance number 2762 by title.
Yes, Mayor, ordinance 2762 is an ordinance for second reading and public hearing, an ordinance amending Chapter 7, Section 24 of the Code of the Borough of Roselle Park entitled Routes for Trucks Over 4 Tons.
May I have a motion to open the public hearing on ordinance number 2762?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Would anybody like to come and speak on this ordinance? I'm seeing no one. May I have a motion to close the public hearing on ordinance number 2762?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
May I have a motion to adopt ordinance number 2762?
So moved.
Second.
Is there any discussion? Call the roll.
Councilman Petrosky?
Yes.
Councilman Johnson?
Yes.
Councilman Signorello?
Yes.
Councilman Ravina?
Yes.
Councilwoman Lyons and Patel are both absent, 4 in the affirmative, 2 absent. The ordinance is adopted, Mayor.
Please read ordinance number 2763 by title.
Yes, Mayor, ordinance 2763 is an ordinance for second reading and public hearing, an ordinance amending Chapter 7, Section 37 of the Code of the Borough of Roselle Park entitled Loading Zones.
May I have a motion to open the public hearing on ordinance number 2763?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Would anybody like to come up and speak on this ordinance? Seeing no one, may I have a motion to close the public hearing on ordinance number 2763?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
May I have a motion to adopt ordinance number 2763?
So moved.
Second.
Is there any discussion? Please call the roll.
Councilman Petrosky?
Yes.
Councilman Johnson?
Yes.
Councilman Signorello?
Yes.
Councilman Ravina?
Yes.
Councilwoman Lyons and Patel are both absent, 4 votes in the affirmative, 2 absent. Ordinance is adopted.
Please read ordinance number 2764 by title.
Yes, Mayor, ordinance 2764 is an ordinance for second reading and public hearing, an ordinance amending Chapter 2, Article 4 of the Code of the Borough of Roselle Park entitled Boards, Committees, and Commissions, repealing the Section 43 entitled Mayor's Health and Wellness Committee.
May I have a motion to open the public hearing on ordinance number 2764?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Would anybody like to come up and speak on this ordinance? I'm seeing no one. May I have a motion to close the public hearing on ordinance number 2764?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
May I have a motion to adopt ordinance number 2764?
So moved.
Second.
Is there any discussion? Please call the roll.
Councilman Petrosky?
Yes.
Councilman Johnson?
Yes.
Councilman Signorello?
Yes.
Councilman Ravina?
Yes.
Councilwoman Lyons and Councilman Patel are absent, 4 in the affirmative, 2 absent. The ordinance is adopted.
Andrew, please read ordinance number 2765 by title.
Yes, Mayor. Ordinance 2765 is an ordinance for introduction. Ordinance amending Chapter 10, Section 4, Subsection 2 of the Code of the Borough of Roselle Park, entitled Community Center Fees Enumerated.
May I have a motion to approve ordinance number 2764 for introduction and fix the date for second reading and public hearing as February 15th, 2024?
So move.
Second.
Is there any discussion? Please call the roll.
Councilman Petrosky.
Yes.
Councilman Johnson.
Yes.
Councilman Signorello.
Yes.
Councilman Robina.
Yes.
Councilwoman Lyons and Councilman Patel are absent. 4 in the affirmative, 2 absent. The ordinance is introduced.
Please read ordinance number 2766 by title.
Yes, Mayor. Ordinance 2766 is an ordinance for introduction, an ordinance amending Chapter 2, Article 1, Section 1, Subsection 3 of the Code of the Borough of Roselle Park, entitled Ordinances and Resolutions.
May I have a motion to approve ordinance number 2766 for introduction and fix the date for second reading and public hearing as February 15th, 2024?
So move.
Second.
Is there any discussion? Please call the roll.
Councilman Petrosky.
Yes.
Councilman Johnson.
Yes.
Councilman Signorello.
Yes.
Councilman Robina.
Yes.
Councilwoman Lyons and Councilman Patel are absent. 4 in the affirmative, 2 absent. The ordinance is introduced.
All matters listed with an asterisk are considered to be routine and non-controversial by the council and will be approved by one motion. There will be no separate discussion of these items unless a member of the governing body so requests, in which case the item will be removed from the consent agenda and considered in its normal sequence on the agenda as part of the general orders. Andrew, please read all resolutions on the consent agenda by title.
Yes, Mayor. Resolution 5124 is accepting the resignation of Mark Fernandez from the Diversity and Inclusion Committee. Resolution 5224 is authorizing and directing the business administrator to establish a regional online petition advocating for the New Jersey Department of Transportation's replacement of rapid rectangular flashing beacon systems with high-intensity activated crosswalk systems along the Route 28 corridor. Resolution 5324 is expressing support for a governing body wall at the entrance of Borough Hall. Resolution 5424 is authorizing the hanging of a banner in Michael J. Morey Park advertising Roselle Park High School's 2024 musical. Resolution 5524 is authorizing a revised and extended conditional lease of borough property with Ciccarello Brothers, Inc. for calendar year 2024. Resolution 5624 is authorizing a revised and extended conditional lease of borough property with Roselle Park Wines and Spirits for calendar year 2024. Resolution 5724 is authorizing a revised and extended conditional lease of borough property with Harvest Chapel International Church for calendar year 2024. Resolution 5824 is appointing Fire Patrol member John James Ranieri as a member of the Roselle Park Fire Department. Resolution 5924 is appointing Dylan George as a member of the Roselle Park Fire Patrol. Resolution 6024 is appointing Elijah Castro as a member of the Roselle Park Fire Patrol. Resolution 6124 is authorizing a conditional lease with Botera JC LLC for 20 off-street parking stalls located within municipal parking lot number 1 in the amount of $25,000 for calendar year 2024. Resolution 6224 is authorizing a purchase order with Wiener Law Group LLP as municipal land use board attorney for year 2024 in an amount not to exceed $10,000. And Resolution 6324 is authorizing a purchase order with Consulting and Municipal Engineers LLP as municipal planner for year 2024 in an amount not to exceed $15,000.
Okay. Do any members wish to have any items removed from the consent agenda?
Yes, Mayor, 5224?
Cool. Any others?
No.
Okay. May I have a motion to approve the resolutions remaining on the consent agenda?
So move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. May I have a motion to adopt resolution 52-24?
So move.
Second.
Is there any discussion? Actually, Councilman, I hate to front run you, but I actually was going to pull this myself,
Yeah,
and
do your thing.
I have some questions. So I hate Route 28. I think it's a death trap.
I think we both agree. Yeah.
What's that? And I love the spirit of this. I just have a couple questions on logistics. So, Andrew, have you done one of these before? Like for Roselle Park?
No. I mean, no, not in this way, no.
So what would this like logistically look like?
It would probably be like through our G Suite platform, we would do a survey.
Yeah.
And we would market it on social media.
Yeah. And then so once that got marketed and done, okay, so that's all low hanging fruit, like not painful. Once that's marketing and done, we would say, we took a poll of the town, everybody's in favor of this, DOT, we want this, right? We'd send a letter, I guess.
I got it from there.
Okay. Well, we would do it as a borough, right? It's a resolution.
It's going to get done as a borough or individually.
Okay. But is that a fair assumption, Andrew, or?
That would be my assumption, yes.
Okay, got it. Yeah, I mean, so here's my thing, and Greg, I know this is your baby, right? So if we're gonna do a petition and like really vocalize how we feel about Route 28, my proposal would be one of two things, right? I actually think if we're gonna if we're going to propose something, I'd rather go big and bold versus, targeted with hawk systems. I think the real fundamental problem, and I think it is a little bit of a wish, right? But Roselle Park ideally would have that be a one-lane street versus a two-lane highway, right? Like, that is the ultimate problem with this, right? So we're going to put the effort behind a petition, like, that would be my preferred route. If council still chooses to go down this route, so be it. But if we're going to do this, I'd rather go big macro-level problem versus hawk systems, although they're effective, feel like more, it's like fixing the system, not the core problem. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm open to amending it and even include regular traffic lights. I was trying to avoid that, but if we're gonna go there, then let's go there. We could do traffic lights and end it all in one shot. A red light means stop, the end.
Yeah, and I'm open to that too, so more traffic lights, right?
I was trying to mitigate that because I understand highway congestion, and I'm trying not to, sometimes there is no one there to cross the street. But, yeah, if we want safety, traffic lights is.
Yeah, because look, I've seen the hawk things. I've seen we've done a lot of like speed thingies and like whatever else, and I got to tell you, like, it only works so much. I think what I've seen really works is putting stop signs, putting traffic lights, or just making a one-lane highway versus like, this is like why Roselle Park's downtown is not Cranford's downtown, like fundamentally. Our train station got moved and we have a two-lane highway where people speed 45 miles an hour down, right? So, if like the ask is, if we're gonna really petition for something as a joint unit, I'd rather go bigger, right? And if it's stoplights, then like, let's do it, right? Like, what's the harm in asking?
So I'm all right with amending this, and we could table it today, and we could talk about it a little bit more.
Yeah.
And brush it up. But my thought, I just wanted to say for the record, initially, I told them that traffic light, the rapid beacon would not work because that system is better on two-lane roads, like you see in Union. For four-lane, what we did was we just made the space even more dangerous because one lane stops and people that the other lane doesn't come to a stop because they don't even understand what the blinking lights are. So that's a whole nother mission that I'm going to advocate separately. But that's the whole purpose that I asked for the Hawk system because it turns into a red light. And everyone knows what red light means. It means stop rather than a blinking yellow. Some people think it means proceed faster, and some people think it means proceed with caution.
Dude, some people just don't even pay attention to the
And some people don't even pay attention.
Yeah, like it's bad.
Yeah, so I didn't want to really propose traffic lights because I understand during rush hour that would create, if you think you see traffic backed up now, it will be even more horrendous.
Yeah, but I think we're very much aligned. Like, I'd rather have traffic than people get run over, right?
Absolutely, that's a no-brainer.
And forget about that. Like, it's the economic cost of people don't drive through our town like it's a town. People drive through like they speed through to get somewhere else, and that's problematic. Right?
Can we table this and we can brush it up?
So that was going to be my suggestion. And the other thing is, I would just trying to be respectful of. I do think DOT's been decent partners on this, right, in making it an area of concern. In part of the petition, I would just like to say, hey, we recognize you made this an area of concern. We just want you to hear that when you're thinking about this, like, we're thinking about this, this, and this as part of that, and we expect that to be part of the results, right? I just think this is a little bit. If we're going to do a big petition, let's think big versus like scope down.
Cool. Let's
you understand what I'm saying?
Brush up the language and let's get it right. I'm all right with that.
Cool. Okay. So do I have so we could do one of two things. We could vote it down and introduce something new, or we could table it and think about how we're going to
make a motion to table it.
Okay. Do I have a motion to table?
I'll second it.
Okay. I haven't done this in a while. I guess Andrew, call the roll.
Councilman Petrosky?
Yes.
Councilman Johnson?
Yes.
Councilman Signorello?
Yes.
Councilman Robina?
Yes.
Councilwoman Lyons and Councilman Patel are absent. 4 in the affirmative, 2 absent. Motion to table is agreed to.
Okay. Reports of Borough Council committees. We'll start with Jay.
Thank you, Mayor. Good evening, Roselle Park. On January 22nd, I attended the Municipal Land Use Board reorganization meeting. Congratulations to Chairman Casallans, Vice Chair Casais, Secretary Colbeck, and all members who were sworn in. On the 23rd, I met with Chamber Executive Director Masterson and Councilwoman Lyons. We discussed resources, new benefits, and recruitment and engagement efforts for the Chamber. That day, I also joined a State of Emergency Lunch and Learn webinar that focused on state of emergency declarations and other emergency management-related topics. Also had the Union County Transportation Advisory Board later that afternoon. The presentation given was on Complete Streets Technical Assistance Program, which offers free technical assistance to municipalities to advance Complete Streets initiatives. It's designed for all users and modes of transportation and folks with different levels and abilities. Its goal is to balance mobility. They offer temporary demonstrations like placement of bollards, barriers, stencil, and paint on roadways. Also discussed was NJTPA's programs, including grant opportunities through federal transportation law. Easy Ride also presented on how they can help with road safety audits for walking and biking and other resources. The county engineer also gave an update. As it relates to our municipality, as we know, the Gordon Street Bridge had a soft opening with some work left that still needs to be completed so the project can be closed out with DOT. Note, 4 county roads were left over from last year's paving project, including Locust Street, which should be completed this spring as per the engineer. We know the county also received the grant for the Rahway Valley Rail Trail project in the amount of $1.5 million last year, and the engineer had mentioned as of a couple weeks ago, DOT has now secured design professionals, so the county will work with DOT to select a design consultant. More formal news will be coming out very soon. He also mentioned that back in September, the county was awarded another grant in the amount of $1 million. This one is for the New York Connects to Union County Greenways project. This contract has been received for the grant from DOT. Now we're working on consultants. This project is for the creation of a new bi-state link for riders using the Goethals Bridge protected bikeway lane and aims to develop a comprehensive bikeway system that will connect Union County to the larger East Coast Greenway network in Cranford, promoting active transportation and reducing traffic congestion. Since before I was elected, I've been a strong advocate for bike and pedestrian safety and promoting safe corridors for our kids and residents to not only enjoy, but to connect to our schools, parks, small businesses, and transit stations. Working with so many stakeholders is a slow and tedious process, but we're finally seeing some movement. I'd like to thank members of the borough's Rails to Trails Ad Hoc Committee for their advocacy, the 1,000 members of the Rails to Trails Union County Facebook page, Mayor Signorello for helping spearhead the movement, Councilman Johnson and the governing body for their support, folks at Union County, NJTPA, and Union County Connects. I attended a chamber board meeting on the 25th and was happy to represent Roselle Park at the multi-chamber event at Galloping Hill on the 30th. All in all, the event was heavily attended with over 300 members and chambers representing Union and Middlesex counties. On the 26th, I joined many of my colleagues here to support the Legion's Winter Gala. Please come out and support our local American Legion. On Saturday, I'll be attending a League of Municipalities seminar in Secaucus on municipal issues, resources, key contacts, and information. Super Bowl is coming up as well as Valentine's Day, so I'd ask that we please consider patronizing our local delis, restaurants, gift shops, florists, and if you need a growler filled before the game, New Jersey's oldest microbrewery, located in the 5th Ward, Climax Brewery, who's celebrating its 30th anniversary now this February, and I've also selected them as the Borough Small Business of the Month. They're open Fridays at 5:30, and they've got their staple brews and anniversary specials. Save the date, Saturday, May 4th, for a tour to Roselle Park, bike clinic and helmet giveaway. Rain date is Sunday, May 5th. Further details in the sign-up sheet will be coming out in the next few weeks, so stay tuned. I'd like to say thank you to Mayor B.A. Casais, Chief Freno, Assistant Zoning Officer Kim Brown, and DPW Superintendent Biamonte for quickly addressing a number of 5th Ward resident concerns from residents who reached out to me. 5th Ward, you know I'm here for you. I can be reached at jrabine@rosellepark.net, 862-236-0019. Mayor, that concludes my remarks.
Thank you, Councilman. Councilman Petrosky?
Thank you, Mayor. First of all, I want to send my condolences out to Pasquale Ciardi's family, James Hannon, which was former police officer in Roselle Park, William Hannon's father, and Diana Zola. The 26th, I attended the American Legion Gala. Councilman Johnson, thank you for your service like that. It was a good showing. Hopefully, we did money-wise, they did good. Again, if if you need to go down there and help the Legion out. There are our veterans, they served our country, and it would be nice if we could help them out by helping with business and that, okay? On the 27th, I attended the Girl Scout pancake breakfast, and I had a special guest sit at my seat, Councilman Johnson, so it seemed like a good turnout for what I would. Huh?
Thank you for the history lesson.
Okay, good. It was a good turnout. They actually ran out of food, and they had to go get more, so that was a good thing. But, I was glad to help support the Girl Scout. Just to let everyone know, next Wednesday, February 7th, there will be a recreation meeting instead of February 14th. Tina had plans for Valentine's Day, so we had to move it. Right, Tina? Okay. But no, the recreation meeting is February 7th instead of the 14th. Okay. If you need to get a hold of me, you can get me at jpetrosky@rosellepark.net, 908-666-7821. And that's my report, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman. Councilman Johnson?
Yeah, thank you, Mayor. Good evening, Mayor, Council, residents. I would like to start off my report with a quote in honor of Black History Month from the greatest civil rights leader of our modern-day society, Dr. Martin Luther King. There comes a time when one must take a position that is neither safe nor politic nor popular, but he must take it because his conscience tells him it's right. Man, that's deep, and I promise while I serve on this in office that I'm always going to try to live by that quote. Just moving along, I would like to also take a moment to recognize a few following organizations that have been tremendous help to Post 60, American Legions, which is ran by our beloved commander, Joseph Redun. I want to give a special kudos to PBA Local 108, Union County Sheriff Office, President Gene Antonucci. Also would like to give a special thanks to Aldolfo and the union guys from Tile, Marble, and I think I'm saying it right, Trezano, Local 7 of New York and New Jersey for helping our local American Legions. These guys, do a yearly contract with us, and that helps us to keep on the lights, keep on the bills, keep us doing other endeavors. And so I would be remiss if I didn't give them their kudos. Also, I want to thank the mayor, Jay Rabina, and our SAL, Joe P, for coming to the Winter Gala. We did do very well, and we never seen so much love and support, and we made a lot of money, and that's going to also continue to help us to keep on the lights and the bills and things of that nature. So I just wanted to give them a special shout out. Also, I also wanted to advise the community that I've been a staunch advocate for safe routes to schools along with Jay. When I first talked to Jay back in when he wasn't even on council at the time, but he introduced me to Lisa, and I appreciate it. And I also want to give a major shout out to Joseph Petrowski for helping me with the crosswalks and the pedestrian signs around East Grant. That's what it's about, teamwork. I couldn't do it by myself, so you're like a mentor to me, and I thank you, Joe.
Thank you.
But yeah, so with that being said, I want to honor Tara Lechner from Sherman Elementary School, and we're going to potentially provide her with a certificate of appreciation the next mayor and council meeting. I mean, without her efforts also, none of this could have been possible, and we managed to have the rank of silver. And now we're working effortlessly, the whole governing body on Jay's lead with, our council liaison, Joseph Signorello, with providing them a support letter. So I just want to thank everybody for their efforts. It truly is a group effort, and thank you for that. So again, if you need to get a hold of me, you can reach me at gjohnson@rosellepark.net, 908-303-1519. Mayor, that concludes my report.
Cool. Thank you, Councilman. Councilman Signorello?
Short and brief tonight. I want to recap what the fire chief said about lithium-ion batteries. If people in the audience have any questions, call the Borough Hall, the fire department could reach out, and we can try to assist you. Look, I hate to use the word snow, whatever, but just a reminder, if it snows, the snow streets, don't park on them. And you need to get a hold of me, jsignorello@rosepark.net. And the last thing is happy birthday, Mayor, on February 4th.
How old are you now, like 32, 33?
Roselle Park kids.
That's all I have.
36 is not even a cool number. It's not even a nice 35 or anything.
Catching up.
Well, you guys are doing a good job of making me gray.
We try, right?
I got nothing. Mayor@rosellepark.net if you have anything for me. May I have a motion to open the public portion on any subject?
So move.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody would like to come up and speak? No? Congratulations. I'm seeing no one. May I have a motion to close the public portion on any subject?
So move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
May I have a motion to adjourn?
So move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
That was an awkward one. Can you guys close it out? Come on.